Good morning, Namaste, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, listeners and listeners, speakers and scholars, students. Through the word of science, arts, commerce and engineering, professionals and officials, the most respected doctors and ministers, those who are listening, I, Dr. Rakesh from USA, welcome all. It is really praiseworthy, admirable, appreciable moment of life that all of us are listening the truth of science and spirituality. For knowing the truth of science and spirituality, we must remember our past. Past provides us values. Past is the bank of values in the form of social, political, economical, personal, professional, national, social values. Above it, our moral and spiritual values. Moral, spiritual values that shows us, that display, reveal, unfold the expected truth of our future. Something was the truth in past, present and future. That is the same. The truth never change by changing the time. Time may be classified in past, present and future, but the truth remains the same. In the classification of time, it is just the classification of our time, place and action. Moreover, we can say it is a classification of our light and sound. As light, the name of light is day and the name of dark is night. Light and night, this is the classification of the change that comes by the rotation of the earth. When the earth rotates on its axis, then the days and nights become by the revolution of the earth around the sun, there comes change in the season, winter, summer, autumn, spring, rainy. These seasons are also temporary. Day and night, light and night, these are temporary, because this is the name of change. Earth revolves and revolve. Around the sun. Earth has two motions. One is rotation and second one is revolution. So motion is the name of change, means Earth takes change in numberless, uncounted directions while rotating, while revolving around the sun. So there comes two important change in the earth. One is in the form of direction, second is in the form of position, situation, condition. Due to these changes, specialists of the study of astronomy or astrology, they have concluded that our grammar, which is changeable, part of grammar is changeable, but as per the specific rules and regulations. There are also terms and conditions of change in grammar, especially professionals, those who study about the language, which is the part of receiving and sending of the message. Nowadays in the electronic media, we observe that there are a numberless electronic devices have been invented after the invention and innovation of these electronic devices, after the invention of softwares and hardwares. There is the great requirement of studying about the language and literature and grammar. Language, literature and grammar helps to know the concept of the different workings of the grammar professionally and personally. More close to the grammar we study, there are many grammatical words, grammatical topics in the form of parts of speech. We study in the form of parts of speech and parts of the sentence. For understanding the word which is the common element and object among the different parts of speech, like noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, conjunction, preposition, modals, not only in parts of speech but also in structural and functional grammar. We study there are many specific parts. But before going in deep of these things, we must go through the understanding of word, meaning of word, opposite meaning of the word, synonym of the word, and the multi using of the word in the different way from the different parts of grammar. If we know the multiple using of the word for the multi-purpose, with having a good sense of grammar and literature, then we can compose our own theme, any kind of writing in the form of novel, drama, poem, fiction, tragedy, comedy, short story, paragraphs, all these which are the contents of the literature. As it is said about the literature, literature is the mirror of our society. No doubt, it shows the different kind of societies. If we are not in USA, not in America, but we can understand the society and social issues by going through English literature. If we are not in Australia, then we can understand the Australian people by going through the English literature. So how the literature work as a mirror? As our all softwares that are being invented day by day, one by one, by the invention of the software and hardware, we are understanding a lot all the worldly discoveries and inventions. Not only discoveries and inventions, but also their political, social, economical, professional activities that they do. We also observe them through social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, a number of social media items that are being invented for knowing the whole world with oneness. So these things also creates the oneness in the world. All in one, one in all. For becoming a true nationalistic and patriotistic person, a man must have association, attachment, strong attachment with his own internal body organs of his word. Similarly, our all electronic devices, software, different type of social sites also provide us oneness and unity in the whole world. The whole world, about which our culture, Indian culture, say that Vasudev Kutumbakam, means the whole world is our family. It is being proven by the invention, by the users, by downloading, by saving, recording, experiencing of the different type of informations and introductions, situations, positions, conditions, all are being recorded in the form of great bank of values. There are different banks we use for saving, downloading, reserving, recording, reporting, reforming, returning, like that. We are returning towards our past, towards our great moral and spiritual values. These things will help us definitely if we will one and unified with the using of these electronic devices, then these things will become mediation for achieving the ultimate goal of life. There are many ambitions, objectives, motives we have in our mind, but the true aim of the research scholars, scientists, inventors, discoverers, that is to know the truth through science and spirituality. Our ancient time, that was the glorious. Our ancient time, which was the most precious and priceless. If we remember, if we return, revise, record, then we find that our past is the most important, because the present lies in the past. If we live in past in our today's 24 hours, then these same 24 hours become the past, and these 24 hours become future in the form of next day. So today, yesterday and next day, there are three words that are used to show the classification of time or tense. Tense is not covered only with time. Tense equally affect our place and action. Time is noted in the one direction, but the action is totally against of it. If we understand both these methods of learning tenses, right way is to know the time. The opposite way for our Indians, that is action, the most practical form of learning the tenses. How the ideas are generated, how the words help in generating ideas. The journey of ideas start from the words. If we have the word of present time, then idea starts working in our present organs differently, by tuning, by connecting, by relating different functions. Later on, it is rightly said, if we think, if we remind, as per the ideas of Swami Vivekananda, who says that one idea can bring oceanic change in your processing, in your working. Sometimes those who do the research in language, means learners of the language, those who are appearing in IELTS examinations and learning new language, they are really the innovators. They are to be inventive, and for being a good band scorer, they must have their own philosophy on doctrine or principle of writing on different